Hey, everybody, an all-new edition of Craft Brewed Sports starting up here in just a minute. The big news this week, PS5 releasing. So we're going to do our beers this week on the video game console scale. We're just going to go in order from Atari to PS5. So, Scott, what are you drinking tonight? And rate it on the console scale from Atari to PS5.
Well, first of all, you're a dumbass. It released on the 12th, not the 25th.
Whatever.
So
Nobody's got it. Nobody's got it yet. Nobody has it.
Okay, cool.
I'd anticipated that, Mike. Don't worry, I got your back. Right?
Thank you, Drew.
Anyway, I'm drinking Pistachio Cream Ale by Indeed Brewing Company. This one's a 5.5 ABV, and it's kind of low on... it says 3.76 boobs on Untapped. Somebody switched that in the back, but it's not that great. I gotta say, I hope this one gets better. So I'm going to say it's a PlayStation 1, because I did not like PlayStation 1, and eventually by the end of its life it was okay, but yeah, it's not starting off strong.
That's not a good way to start off the night. Drew, what do you got in your mug tonight?
First of all, thank you, Scott, so much for falling into my trap and reading about on air. We were entering our beers in at the same time, and I was seeing your cursor as you were typing your shit out, and I was typing it below. I was like, oh, Scott's here. Like, I'll say hey or whatever, and like I try to type stuff and you didn't respond. Well, then I was like, well, fine, I'll type boobs, because either A, Scott sees it and responds, I get to make fun of him for being that into boobs, or B, Scott doesn't notice, but then Mike's dumbass reads it on the air live and just reads 3.2 boobs. Wait, oh crap, I'm on Burgundy.
Full Anchorman, yep.
Yeah, so this all worked out great for me. I'm feeling really good about it. Tonight I'm drinking Dad Jokes. It's a double dry hopped New England IPA. Out of BlackStack Brewing, and this was what I also found funny. Scott, yours is from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Mine is from St. Paul, right across the river.
Look at you, Twin City Brewers.
Looking forward to this. It's solid so far, a real good brew. So I'm gonna go with Sega Genesis, one of my first gaming systems back in the day, because this feels like a good beer, a solid beer, a reliable beer. Not top of the line, not one that's gonna blow in and out of the water with their high tech whatever, but man, it is delicious and consistent.
Fantastic. This week, I am drinking Mysterious Radio Signals from Pad Brewery in Aurora, Colorado. This is a crowler, so it's really hard to pour into my mug. I've already spilled like 3 times just before the show started. It's a 5.8% ABV beer, 4.07 caps on Untapped, and I gotta be honest, I don't know what people were smoking when they rated this 4.07 caps. It must get really good towards the end, but right now, it tastes like I'm drinking an ashtray. It's supposed to be toast and toffee and dates, and it seriously tastes like I'm swigging on somebody's spit cup. I'm gonna put this at a Sega Dreamcast. Just flash in the pan. What the hell was going on?
Whoa!
Hey,
Dreamcast was underrated.
Hey,
how dare you?
Dreamcast was good for one game and one game only, and that was the ESPN 2K. After that, I didn't care. I didn't care for anything else on the Dreamcast system. Let us know below what you're drinking tonight. Rate it on the console rating scale from Atari.
You didn't know that PlayStation 5 came out 2 weeks ago, so I'm not taking your opinion.
I'm clearly a gamer,
but
Scott.
Here's the thing.
I'm a
and
gamer.
I thought about this, though, because, Mike, honestly, what it comes down to is that PS5, it's been all we hear about in the group text.
I know.
We're talking about,
constantly.
like, hey, you want to try these beers this day, or you want to try this kind of bit? And Scott's like, I don't know, that PS5 still eludes me. So, yeah, it's basically a single point in time between, what was it, Wednesday of last week and this one? Or actually, no, Wednesday of last week until Scott gets
All right, Drew, we got to start the show, man. We got to start the show. Jesus Christ, Drew. All right. Hey everybody, it is the biggest party night of the year and nobody can go out partying, so you might as well crack a beer and hang out with us. It's Wednesday night, it's time for Craft Brewed Sports, home of the drunkest sports takes on the internet. If you're looking for in-depth analysis, statistics, good breakdowns of sporting events, you are in the wrong place. We drink beer, we talk shit to each other, it's a good time. I am Mike, with me as always is Scott. Scott, how you feeling tonight?
I don't know, man. Either dead or in jail after tonight. This could be my last show if I don't get this PS5, so I guess we'll know pretty soon.
Yes, Scott will be completely distracted.
By the way, I just now noticed we're wearing the same shirt, opposite colors.
Inversed, yes. Inverse.
I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Drew, the man who couldn't wait to talk video game systems before the show. Drew,
gosh, can't even.
How are you feeling tonight, man?
I'm feeling great. I have taken a day off for the first time in who knows how many fucking months. The show prep, if you will, started really early for me tonight. Also, it feels really weird to just stare off screen into this fucking camera, but I gotta say, man, I love our new digs.
It's
so
looking
I'll figure
good.
My shit out.
It's looking good, man. Yep, we'll get used to it. This is Craft Brewed Sports. We got an awesome show for you guys tonight. We're gonna grill up some hot takes for you. We are also going to do a new segment, Boom Roasted. That's coming up a little bit later on. If we have time, we'll stick to sports. And who knows, depending on how Scott goes with the PS5, we might get a Scotty Doesn't Know tonight. So hang out with us. Lots to get to. Feel free to hit share, help us out, let your friends know what's going on. Let them know that this show is ready to go. Looks like the chat is already popping off. I can't catch up with it. There's too much to do over here. I got way too much to handle. I'm trying to vamp as I find the music to get into our friends at Beer Drop. Listen, everybody, if you are looking for award-winning craft beers delivered straight to your door, starting at under $4 a serving, our friends at Beer Drop can hook you up. Just fill out your flavor profile, sign up for one of their monthly plans, and they will curate a box of fresh, award-winning craft beer that will be sent directly to your door. You can swap out beers, add more, and even skip a month. And if you don't like commitment, you can still go and order delicious beers to be delivered right to you. Just go to craftbrewedsports.com/beerdrop for $5 flat shipping. That's craftbrewedsports.com/beerdrop. Sell out. All right, fellas. You know what? Mookie, I think, has a fantastic story this week. So, Mookie, I want you to lead us off, just because I know it's going to piss people off until they realize what the story is truly about. So
yeah, I was going to say, should I? Oh, go ahead. Yeah, let's get that.
Yeah, let's get the music going. And yes, you should. I don't know what you're going to ask, but you should. Mookie, you're on deck.
I was going to say, should I lead off with that it's a soccer story and watch our viewer numbers drop off, or jump straight ahead to the kill shot that is the captain of the Russian soccer team has a supermodel Instagram model coming to his defense for the reason why homeboy got left off the team. That being said, I now see our live viewers have dropped from 15 down to 11, so clearly I accomplished my goal. But the true story here, ladies and gentlemen, is let's just look at it this way. Tom Brady was left off the Patriots because, let's be real, Tampa Bay ain't doing what we thought it'd be doing. But imagine Tom Brady being left off a Bill Belichick Patriots team. And that's essentially what happened to the Russian men's national team. Their captain, who's a Russian guy that plays soccer. We'll just say it that. I'm not going to even try.
Nobody cares what his name is.
Yeah. Well,
it doesn't matter what his name is.
It doesn't matter what his name is because he got left off the national team after a video of him cranking down went viral. Now, again, we all know the line with celebrities. It's a situation where my account was hacked. I don't know how this came out. I deny. I apologize. It is what it is. Dude got left off the team. But it makes it even better because, and this is where my words are going to fail me, because Instagram model came to his defense and basically said, according to Google Translate, because no one really knows what all these little Russian characters actually come out to, but how can you deprive the Russian national team of the captain because he jerks off in his spare time? Multiple question marks. Everyone jerk off as he wants. Is it really not appropriate in this situation? Many in general should be grateful that they looked at the naked god of football for free if he had OnlyFans. This video would bring him millions. Thank you, Charlie Kelly, for expressing how you feel about this man being left off the Russian men's national team. But I guess only in Russia do you have a supermodel Instagram model come to your defense after you get left off the men's national team for getting caught jerking off on Twitter, which apparently wasn't you, but got hacked. I mean, really, at the end of the day, this dude now has an in with her, and if I could pronounce her name, I'd give it to y'all so you can Google it real quick. But it's a good situation for him in the end, I really think.
Yeah, fantastic story there, Mook. How many times are dudes gonna
I
get caught?
take it all back. She's a Chelsea fan. Fuck this bitch.
I don't even know what that means. I don't know. Is that bad? Are you not
Yes.
supposed to be a Chelsea fan?
No, Chelsea. Oh, boo, Chelsea.
How
come
dare
on
you
now.
talk about the former?
You might
first
as well be a
daughter like
Manchester
that.
United fan at this point, honestly. God,
Thank you, Mike, for
gross.
getting that joke.
I got you.
Ruined
I
all
got
of
you,
it.
Scott.
And of course, she writes that post in English. God, Jesus.
All right. Well, there you go. Some guy was jerking it and got thrown off of his team for it. Very.
But we got to look at a pretty girl as a result of it. So, hey.
Nobody
everyone's a winner.
listening or watching did. You guys can go find it. They got to watch you describe the girl. Like they.
Yeah, well, thanks for still watching instead of Googling it on Instagram, I guess.
Wrong drop. Here we go. All right, there we are.
Thank God.
Scott, he said, "Thank God." Scott, you're on deck.
Look, man, I'm gonna make this simple because it's Thanksgiving and there's not a whole lot to this story, but we have Matt Barr who sparked the conversation in the Facebook group on turkey and how it's not one of the greatest things on the plate when it comes to Thanksgiving. Fine. He
Save it
defends
for
by
Hot
saying
Takes
it's not that
Barbecue.
it's- Yeah, that's fine. He says that it's not bad. It's just that there's so many other things better. Whatever. But this motherfucker right here has taken it to next level stupid with what he does on his turkey. And look, I love this mulatto maven. He's amazing on the field. And he stole a Super Bowl title from the clutches of me and my fandom. But Patrick Mahomes, you got to go with this fucking, I'm going to put ketchup on my turkey. This dude got on Kansas City radio and said, yeah, you got to put ketchup on it. No lie. And then when they asked him if he was kidding, he doubled down. He said, no, y'all know me. You got to have ketchup on it.
Wow.
What?
Bro, we've all seen the State Farm commercial, right? Where he taking all the ketchup from Aaron Rodgers and, well, not Jake from State Farm, but the other guy. This doesn't surprise me at all, but it is so disgusting.
I mean, look, when you're a kid, like I was guilty. When I was a kid, I put ketchup on some shit I had no business putting ketchup.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, you don't know any better. But I can
Right.
promise you that turkey was never one of those things.
Well,
man.
and it's not even don't know better. How would turkey and ketchup taste good?
It can't taste good. It can't taste good. Listen, I understand like
Oh,
leftovers.
wait. You've tried this?
No, I said it can't taste good.
Oh, I thought you said it tastes good. As
No,
in,
no,
like, tastes good, guys,
no,
trust
it
me.
can't taste good. No, I'm saying like
No
I understand
way.
with leftovers, you're gonna do some stuff with your turkey sandwich. Like you might throw a little mayo on there, maybe a little mustard, but ketchup, dude, you can't have ketchup on things. No, and we're not even talking like hands down Thanksgiving dinner. It needs to be gravy. Period. If you're putting anything
That's it.
besides gravy
That's
on your
it.
turkey, like what are you doing, man? What a ridiculous human being. And I got to be honest, knocks him down. I know he's like all big into his ketchup, and he's like that's his thing. And he's repped by like he like signed a deal with Heinz or something like that. But that's. Dude, you can't be.
But there
you
is
can't be
also,
that guy.
There's also the
Ham?
flip, though. I mean, if you're the MVP and like pretty much known as the best quarterback in the world at the moment, you can probably do whatever the fuck you want, right? Like
That's a
who's
good
gonna
point.
tell
Yeah, you
can't
can-
put
Well,
ketchup on
obviously
it?
he's going to, but we're still going to throw smoke his way because that's absolutely
And-
ridiculous.
And how do we know he's not just going craft brewed sports with it and just selling out for the brand because he's got that ketchup endorsement? I mean, that could really be it. It's just the Hunt's ketchup endorsement. He was
No,
like, man,
'cause
I'll just
he-
go out. I'll just do the
I'll do
celebrity
whatever.
circuit and pretend like I like ketchup on everything. Who gives a shit? They'll never
All
know.
right, first of all, Mike said he's sponsored by Heinz, and you said Hunt's. Like that's like Coke and Pepsi.
Yeah, I really don't know which one it is. I just
you gotta
assumed
I'm pretty
watch
sure it
out.
was Hunt's because I thought the Kansas City connection. I don't know. It's,
might
it's
be
ketchup.
right.
Who really gives a shit?
Yeah, you might be
That's
right.
true,
Well,
yeah.
no, there's a very big difference when it comes
Oh,
to
there
different
absolutely is. It's
ketchups.
Heinz or nothing. But I think he's
Yeah.
sponsored by Hunt's.
I will say this. Let's be honest, boys. You gonna try that this holiday?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
And
Hard
you know when I'll
pass.
try that? Quarter past never.
All right, I will. I do want to throw this out for the chat though, real quick. I want to hear what do y'all do the day after Thanksgiving? What do you do with your leftovers? Mike, you throw out something with mayo.
It's
I
turkey
wanna say
sandwich.
the sleeper is horseradish mayo with some turkey.
Oh,
day
that's
after.
solid.
But
That's
what-
solid.
Let's hear from the group. What do you guys got going on the day after Thanksgiving to eat up them leftovers?
Also, my buddy Kenny Zimlinghouse once did a radio show on Sirius where he talked to a celebrity chef, and he said the best thing to do with your leftovers is to mix them all together and make meatballs out of them. And ever since I've heard that, I was like, got to try it at some point, but I don't have the patience to do that. I'm literally just like turkey sandwiches and shoving whatever stuffing is left down my face hole, and that's it. That's all I do.
Yeah, I replay whatever giant ass plate because see, I got plans on Thanksgiving. And that first day, it's just a replay of what I had the day before, so the plate's just the stuff. The next day, Mom's got to make that turkey a la king, so she whips that up. Then you get the turkey sandwiches, and you're hitting
turkey a la what?
And it's like,
wow.
Oh, you don't know about Google that turkey a la king? It's life changing.
Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy. All right, let's wrap up on deck here.
I got no ketchup. I'll tell you that.
No, no ketchup. There's no ketchup anywhere on a Thanksgiving plate. Period.
Get the hell out of here.
For nothing.
All right, I got a beer story for you guys. So Eastern Market Brewing in Detroit, they came up with a new beer this past week. Same Old Lager. It was announced a day after Detroit lost another terrible game because they're an awful football team and they're complete garbage. So the brewery decided to start selling this beer, and what they decided to say as they announced it, it's a 4.5% ABV lager. They had one simple request for people: don't set your expectations too high. They said, quote, "This classic American lager is exactly what you'd expect. Light, crisp, and always leaves you wanting more. Just keep telling yourself the next beer will be the beer." So basically summing up a Detroit fan in a nutshell when it comes to this beer. Well, where they made their mistake was they put an 8-bit graphic of Barry Sanders on the can, and it's very clearly Barry Sanders. Like, not even like they took the 8-bit Tecmo Bowl Barry Sanders where you can be like, oh, that's just a random guy. That's just running back number 20. It's clearly Barry Sanders. It looks like they put him through the filter to disguise his appearance because he's in a mafia movie. So it's definitely Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders caught wind of it, sent a cease and desist letter, and said, "You're using my likeness without my permission. I have no association with this brewery. I'm sorry for everybody that's been duped into thinking that I had something to do with this. I'm a Lions guy through and through, and we're going to take legal action." So,
but then he dropped the lawsuit early, right? Like right in the prime of the moment of the lawsuit. He was like, "All right, I'm done. Never mind."
I'm assuming he did.
You ruined that story.
I'm assuming he did because Eastern Market Brewing stopped making the beer. So yes, he probably was like, "Well, we can retire this lawsuit early. This one." Going out on top. Also, just like with the Lions, he didn't get a win in this one. It just stopped. It just ended. There was no payoff.
See, this is the bullshit about that, though. All they had to do was say, "Oh, you know what? Sorry, Barry. That was supposed to be Tim Biakabaduka because everyone knows that this is the U of M because they some bitches and they can come after us and trust me because the universities can get mad at us using a player's likeness. Come on." Come at me, Jim Harbaugh. Let's see those khakis do something for real. But no, everyone pussed out just like a Lions fan would do. Typical Michigan. Typical Michigan.
This has been On Deck, brought to you by Beer Drop. Again, craftbrewedsports.com/beer drop. Get $5 flat shipping. All right, fellas. You mentioned Scott Matt Barr and his spicy hot take that was in the Craft Brewed Sports group just after last show. Like, it was late in the week last week that he brought this one up. So that sparked it. We got to do another Hot Takes barbecue. If we got hot takes like that coming in at us, we got to do a Hot Takes barbecue, and we got to grill up some meat. So that's what we're going to do right now. Let's get into some Hot Takes barbecue as soon as I can find the music for it. Dude, Joe, you gotta get this better organized.
I mean, seriously, we don't use that much sound on this show. Why can't you figure out the 12 drops we need in one episode?
Unreal,
if we're trying
to
stick to sports, we'd be on top of it.
That's a good one. It's a good point. So here's our first hot take for the week. This one comes to us courtesy of Rick Pitino, baby. Big Rick, his Twitter account @RealPitino. He said, "I'll say it again to anyone who will listen, push the season back to March and then have May Madness. Give the vaccine a chance in the best interest of all involved." So Rick Pitino saying, now if you remember correctly, Rick Pitino was also the guy who was talking about how COVID helped him out in his recruiting and it was a benefit to him. Scott, we'll go to you first. Where do you rank Rick Pitino's idea to delay the college basketball season and have May Madness on the Hot Takes barbecue scale?
I'm going all the way up to well done because this is slick Rick doing his thing, baby. He's like, look, I got the best class in Iona history, but I also got to put this thing together, man. We're going to need till March to get it. Like, I got a chance to run the table, but we got to wait till March and then have May Madness. Like, this is just Rick doing another thing to delay the inevitable. Like, I don't know. It's so used car salesman. I love it. Like, this is straight Rick Pitino, and this is right up his alley. So I'm going with a 5. Well done hot take by Rick Pitino.
Well done hot take. Drew?
There's something we would find out later that completely benefits him by doing this.
Well, that's what I mean, obviously, that's what this comes down to. Rick wants to, it's all for his benefit. It's not for the kids. He's like disguising
He doesn't give a shit about the vaccine or people's lives.
Give the vaccine a chance. No, this is Rick Pitino trying to do something for Rick Pitino. Drew, do you think this is a hot take?
That's probably what it is, though. He's probably trying to buy himself time to get his ass the shot. So he's like, I can see the end of the season. Because if, like, I don't make it to May Madness, then how do I get that big paycheck? So then when the vid finally does get me, you know, my fans is taken care of. I don't know. Did I mention we've been drinking for a minute? May Madness, how does that work? So if they start in March, so it goes January, February, March. So they'd start in March, April, May. So it's a 3-month season.
You know, Rick hasn't really fleshed this one all the way out. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still figuring out the details.
Yeah. But I got to be honest, I would love any madness. March Madness, May Madness, April Madness, July Madness. I don't care. Bring the tourney back. I mean, because listen, my bank account looks real fat after that 64-team draw because I got ways. I gotta be honest. I get his idea here, and I'm okay, especially with like how many games got delayed to start off. Like, did you see how many games were canceled to start off this season?
Let's just end the season today. Xavier's a 1 seed because they blew the.
Dude, they really did destroy Oakland. Also, it was Oakland.
and here's the thing. Oh no, hey, Oakland ain't terrible. Like
Oakland is a very large city. They've got a lot going on for them.
No, not that. On Oakland. Not that Oakland, bro.
Dude, I know, man. Come on. This is like the 900th time they played Oakland. So
I know, but I still want you to respect the D for what it is, man.
I will. Whose D am I respecting? Wait, what?
I feel like I can get this camera down here pretty easily.
What are we? All right, so Matt's saying, are they just going to play the whole tournament in Indy? Yes, they. That's what they're talking about. They're talking about a potential bubble.
Hell not, man?
But can we get there? Is the question. Are we even going to get to that point, or is it going to be like look at college football?
So what do we need to get there? Like the problem is, what you would need is if you want to make it fair, you have all the conferences in the D1A, right? You got to figure out a way to allocate bids to those conferences, and then those conferences have to award those bids. Mechanically, that's what has to happen. So, like in the Big East, what is that? Is it 10 teams, 12 teams we got in our conference?
I don't know, man. Stop asking me sports questions.
Might even be 14.
14. So you say 14 teams. So you can't go a home and home because that's 28 or 26 games, right? That's way too long. Unless you're going to have these kids play back-to-backs. But, you know, they got school to attend to, unless it's, you know, March Madness where they're going to make a boatload of money for the school, or, you know, the conference tourney, we're going to make a boatload of money for the school. Outside of that, they need at least 2 days between games to make this feasible. So that's why I don't understand what he's saying. Fucking May Madness. You start in March, you ain't done to July, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hot minute, Rick. All right, but
how much you want to bet that Rick Pitino doesn't know what Excel is?
That's a good point. Our friends from around for the weekend.
Not unless he's in a restaurant booth.
Oh, hey, Cheryl. Hey, shout out to Cheryl. Look at her popping in here. She is super stoked about these backgrounds.
We're looking fantastic.
Thanks for those hair clips. We really appreciate it.
In this look.
Hey, don't talk about the TV magic, bro.
Our friend, we're in the bar.
They might have just looked behind the curtain.
We're all in the bar together, Drew. Shut up.
Yeah, we're not social distancing. We don't give a fuck.
Hey, we're social distance because it's just the 3 of us in this entire little spot.
Dude, we're not even 6 inches apart.
But we're not making out, so we're not going to transmit the vid. It's fine.
Fair enough.
Chris Biscuit saying Pitino needs the vaccine so his players can get within 6 feet of strippers. There's the catch right there. That's what we're there. That's the hook. That's why Rick is pushing this. And our friends from around for the weekend.
List At-risk people, medical personnel, and strippers.
Strippers, yeah. Essential workers.
Support that.
Essential
Speaking
workers.
of which, I saw a headline where strippers were like protesting somewhere that they wanted the strip clubs to open back up. Might have been in New York. Can't
You know what? I
remember.
gotta be honest though. Like, I feel like a strip club would be a really easy place to keep things clean real quick because you just put plexiglass up everywhere. And let's be honest, it probably should have been there anyways to catch the random like splurges that are coming around.
Okay, moving on. That sounds disgusting.
Stick to sports.
All right, let's throw another hunk of meat.
Sports. I'm picturing it like a
This is a
arena.
family show. Move on.
Let's throw
Then
another.
you should tell Shara to put the kids to bed.
Let's throw
'cause
another
that
hunk
would
of
be
meat.
A family show.
We're gonna throw another hunk of meat on the grill here. This one comes to us from our good friend Greg at SportsStance_. Go check him out. The Sports Stance podcast. Greg said his hot take: Clemson will be taken out of the college football playoff by Notre Dame, even with Trevor Lawrence playing. Woo-wee! Greg coming in real hot. I mean, this is a damn hot take. Like this one is like burnt to a crisp, like very flaming fiery take.
May I go first?
Please. Although I feel like I just went first, but yes, go ahead.
No, I'm. Yeah, you maybe did, but I'm butting in here because recently I learned about the broiler on the oven. Fantastic thing, I tell you what. It helps make a sandwich real well. But the problem is it'll cook that bitch so fast. And so like this take is so hot. It's the take where I took my turkey sandwich, put it in the broiler, tried to broil and toast it, and 5 minutes later I came back, that whole entire motherfucker was on fire. That's how hot this take is. There is so much to tease out here, so many different aspects to talk about. And he doesn't even talk about William being all butthurt that Florida State didn't lose to him.
Save it, Drew, save it. Read the doc. Read the doc.
Any chance, I perused. Anytime we can throw shade at Trevor Lawrence is a good time for me. This take is napalm hot. I mean, it doesn't get hotter than this.
It's real spicy. Scott, do you agree? Spiciest, hottest take we've had?
Absolutely. I mean, it's completely false, but it's one to go out on the limb there. See, this is where the guy missed out on the Heat talking about, well, I think they're going to go to the finals when it was already fucking Game 6 in the Eastern Conference. Like, this is what you do. Weeks and weeks away, you're throwing out that even with Lawrence, a healthy, no COVID Lawrence, like, this is how you do a hot take. I mean, it's wrong as fuck.
No, he's dead on, baby. He's dead on.
This way, though, like, what is it? Wisconsin just got disqualified from the Big Ten championship today because they're not going to play enough games. So imagine that Clemson, I don't know if the ACC has this, but if they don't play the minimum number of games to get into the title, doesn't matter what happens that Clemson Notre Dame game because the Irish can go in there and beat the doors off anyone else that shows up outside this conference or inside this conference. And they're going to get the bid, and Clemson will be sitting there with 4 games or whatever it is. So there is a lot to this take,
dude. There's so much to this take. Javi chiming in with just an LOL no, and then said Brian Kelly LMAO.
Apparently, Biscuit is in the bathroom cleansing himself because he just in a shower.
No, that was what I did when I had the thought of Notre Dame taking out Clemson and knocking them out of the college football playoff.
Another reason why plexiglass and strip clubs is just a good idea for public hygiene going forward.
I also need this game to take place, and it need to come down to like the final moments, and there be something similar to the Bush push for that you guys can bitch about for the next decade.
Son of a bitch! All right, here we go. Let's move on to the next hot take. Let's throw on some more meat on this fire. This one comes from at Daniel M. Ornalis, another Notre Dame fan. He said, no team should make the college football playoffs if they don't play at least 8 games, regardless of any eye test. So basically, you don't play 8 games, get out. You ain't making it. What do you guys think about this hot take?
100% true.
He's right.
So it's not even, I don't even really think that it's I mean, I don't even think it's that spicy of a take because honestly, like if you don't meet a minimum standard, then you just shouldn't qualify, like period. There's not enough sample size.
Yeah.
You didn't play enough games, like, and especially if everybody else that is around qualifies with having at least 8 games, then you're just out. Like, I'm sorry.
Scott, I think you hit on there on the tail end. So I think this is a hot take. I'd say this is probably a say it's a 2 on the meat scale.
I'm giving it a 1.
I feel like it's a little bit of a cold take.
But again, remember, we've talked about this. Our favor, we look at the meat and the way we'd want to eat it. And that's what's difficult to judge. But I feel like the 2 is it could either be a really nice, raw, properly prepared steak that's delicious, or you could get food poisoning. And every once in a while, that's going to happen. But so with the 8 games, you're absolutely right. It's what are they going to stack up against, right? If you've got 6 teams in contention and 1 or 2 of them didn't hit the 8-game mark and the other played 8 or 9 or 10, as some teams are leaning towards now, that to me, I think, means a lot. But what I would like to know from our producer, Joe, is how many games did the Big Ten and Pac-12 originally plan on playing when they announced their season? Like, when they figured out how to fit it in, were they planning for 8?
Yes.
Which means they're going to get at least 1 canceled and it's going to shrink? Or were they shooting for 10? So if you go 10 games, you lose 2 because of COVID, but you still got 8.
No, they were planning on 8 because they started so late that they only had time for 8. So it was like, we're playing.
Let's just make sure that Ohio State doesn't get in, okay? That's all it is.
I don't know, dude.
They're getting in.
What's the cutoff? Like, I want them to win 7 games and they'll be like, sorry, you're not in because it had to be 8. See you next year, fuckers.
Better luck next time,
I
Ryan.
want to see Ohio State play in the playoff. I'm going to just say it right now. I think it would be a fun game.
Well, and they're going to because
I'll say and they would lose 56 to 49. It'd be great.
Look, we'll talk some college football playoff committee, and we'll roast them a little bit later on.
I thought we were trying to stick to sports, Mike.
We are, and we're going to stick to sports later too. Okay. There's a lot of sticking to sports tonight, Drew. It's this is the Thanksgiving extravaganza. Nothing but sports talk.
Nothing but sports.
Yeah, like this next piece of meat that we're going to throw on the grill here. This one comes from @stretchmark514. He said,
"That's a fantastic
prime Twitter handle." He says Baker Mayfield isn't good enough to be a starting QB in the NFL. #hot take. #spicy. #Browns. Baker Mayfield not good enough to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. Scott, how spicy is this take?
This is a 5, but just like the Notre Dame thing, it's fucking wrong. Have we seen how garbage NFL quarterbacks are? Like, I'm not saying that Baker Mayfield is one of the top 10. He's probably just, but he's definitely top 15. And that's all you got to do in this league is be one of the 15 best enough to start. Like, there's so many garbage quarterbacks in the NFL. Like, you may not like him, you may hate him for whatever stupid ass reason, but he's definitely good enough to start in the NFL. I mean, if Jimmy Garoppolo has the starting job, then Baker Mayfield can, right?
That's a very good point. I don't even know who
it's a super hot take, but it's wrong.
Trying to burn the Niners anywhere possible, Scott. What a good fan.
I mean, I'm just keeping it real, motherfucker.
So wait, hang on, Scott. Are you saying Jimmy G doesn't have the juice?
No, Jimmy G's got the juice. He just frequently spills it.
All right, so fantasy draft
over himself.
Fantasy draft right now, Scott. And the way it worked out, you have your pick between Jimmy G, all other things equal in the Niners, and the rest of the league. Jimmy G or Baker Mayfield for the Niners quarterback.
It's fantasy, man. Like, if you're talking about fantasy, then
not fantasy, like fantasy draft. Like, when in
like
Madden,
you're the GM.
Oh, you mean
like everything else is equal, but you somehow the last pick in the 7th round of the draft was you as the Niners, and you had to choose between Jimmy G and Baker. Best commercials ever, Mayfield.
I'm taking Mayfield because I'm still not exactly sure what he is, but I think him with Kyle Shanahan, let's fucking go. I've already seen what Garoppolo can do, and I know that Jimmy does, or that Kyle doesn't trust him. So. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about looks, then I'm taking Garoppolo all day, but we're trying to win fucking games. So
that's why
I'm
he
taking
belonged
Baker
to New England, but whatever.
Javi.
So I'll say what this take is to me is this is the Doritos spicy sweet chili. That is what it is as far as a hot take. So it's a little sweet, allures you in, and then you get a little bit of heat at the back end where you're going back. You're like, I want another chip. Let me get in after that. And the next thing you know, you ate a half a bag. But most importantly, this is not the main course. This is a side course. This is an appetizer, if you will. This isn't something you talk about if you have real things to talk about. So sure, Baker Mayfield, starting quarterback, whatever. Cool, Cleveland radio. We'll dive in. But even there, it's kind of a mild take because it's like, do you have a coach and an offense that can make use of them? Cleveland clearly doesn't have that. San Francisco, maybe, probably not, though. But you throw him in KC, I'm in.
Nah. I feel like Baker isn't the guy that can handle an Andy Reid offense. He's not gonna. Baker Mayfield would not.
With those weapons in that scheme, you need to make 2 reads: hand the ball off or throw it to that dude.
Nope, because you have to look at what Patrick Mahomes does. That dude launches the ball like crazy. He makes some acrobatic circus shit. Baker Mayfield can't make the plays that Paddy Mahomes makes.
That's because Patrick is that guy that was too smart in 2nd grade to be dealing with this fucking addition, subtraction, division shit. And it was like, I'm bored. I'm going to, figure out how to build a rocket out of my mechanical pencil and some, tampons, and then got suspended. Because it was his fault,
Javi with the correct take, though. Baker's being carried, just like Jimmy was last year. They're just 2 dudes that hold the ball. But, I mean, they're good enough to be starters in the league because how many quarterbacks do you trust to actually win you games? There's like 5 maybe. On the best day, there's like 5.
Yeah, it's like Joe Burrow and then the rest of the league. That's let's throw another piece of meat on this grill.
Busted ass ankle.
I'm still so disappointed about that. Not his ankle, his ACL and his MCL and every other CL and everything
Carson
else.
Palmer
You mean his entire knee is what
It's
you're
just
saying.
shattered. All right, let's really stick to sports here because this next
Mike
take.
was crying in his cereal on Monday.
Yeah, I really was. I can't even deny that. This next take comes to us from good friend of the show, Matt Barr. Matt Barr says,
Thank you for your service.
With a week until Thanksgiving, this is from last week, this is what Scott was alluding to. With a week until Thanksgiving, I'm just here to remind everyone that turkey is the worst part of the plate. Oh, Matt Barr. All right, Drew, you huffed first. Go ahead. How spicy is this take?
That is a Cajun spicy hot take, just because with Thanksgiving, there is so much room and variety to talk about and claim favorites. So, look, let me be honest. I love the turkey, but not because I like eating turkey on my plate when I sat down. I just love walking by and just peeling some meat off the bird when I'm not supposed to, and then Grandma smacks me. I love coming back after the fact when we've carved all the turkey off of it and just eating on the carcass.
Dead on Christmas Story style.
Exactly.
Like just grabbing the raw bird.
Yeah, that's me, man. Like that's what I love about the turkey. When we get down to sit down for dinner, I'm like, nah, I'm good with that. Like, I'm gonna get this other shit, right? So I don't know. There's a lot I love about Thanksgiving. The turkey, it's there, but it's not the top end. But the real kicker about this, that why it's such a spicy Cajun hot take, is everyone's gonna feel so differently because some idiots eat ham on Thanksgiving. Did you know that?
I did know that. Yeah, like Paddy Mahomes with ketchup. Scott.
Nah,
Get
bro.
in here, Scott.
Cheryl's about to come at you if she's still listening because she's a ham girl.
I listened to her ramble all the nights last week. The thing is, ham is in every other freaking family holiday, but just not Thanksgiving.
It's fine.
Fair enough.
Christmas, Easter,
listen,
whatever
I'm
else.
gonna take
ham
this.
is in play.
I'm gonna take this a different
you make
way.
A bird.
I'm gonna take this a different way. This is a cold take, freezer cold, and the reason why I say that is because so many people have this take. It's not spicy anymore.
True.
There's so many people who are like, turkey is the worst. Like Mina Kimes just did an article or said something on a podcast about how turkey is just a delivery system for gravy. Like that's everybody's got the turkey is terrible take. So it's not a hot take, and it's also wrong. Turkey is not the worst part of the plate. The worst part of the plate is the cranberry sauce. Period. End of story. Cranberry sauce is disgusting. Worst part of the plate.
Jump in there. So for one, you're right about the fact that Matt Barr did not include the gravy delivery mechanism in
Look
his
at Scott,
breakdown.
so mad that I came after cranberry sauce on that one.
You
He's so mad.
We've been doing this show for almost 6 years.
Hang in there, Scott. I got you. All right, I'll toss it. Hang in there. 2, Mina Kimes is way more attractive than Matt Barr. And 3, Mike.
You're setting the bar low there, no pun intended.
That's true. Mike, this take, it doesn't even make sense because cranberry sauce has no place on the plate.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yep, that's a good point.
Shouldn't even be on the plate.
No,
man.
and
so
Drew,
it's not even up for contention.
Matt Barr
no
just came
cranberry
in.
sauce on the plate, no problem.
Matt Barr just came in
Remember
with
when Drew
that.
wasn't a part of this show? We're gonna go back to that.
Matt Barr just chimed in the chat and said, then why are you putting cranberry sauce on your plate? That's a fair point.
That's
why
exactly
are you putting
it, dude? Ain't no cranberry sauce on the plate. We pass on by.
So he's saying turkey is required, and that's why it's the worst part of the plate. I would disagree that it's required. If you don't like it that much, then don't put it on the plate, right? Like, that's your logic. Scott, you're clearly upset. I want go ahead. You have the floor.
Is this gonna be a Scott?
Because
go ahead.
before
Defend
you
cranberry
bastards
sauce.
upset me, I was going to make that very same point. The take is weak because if it's the worst thing on your plate, why are you putting it on your fucking plate? Like, I don't put things on my plate that I don't want. If I've ever been to a Thanksgiving where it's like, oh, look at that shit, I'm not touching that. Cream corn, the fuck out of here. Salad. Motherfuckers try to do regular ass, basic ass salad. Right, yeah, exactly. And so
Thanksgiving, bitch.
there is no worst part of the plate because whatever you put on the plate is what you want. Like you're a dumbass if you put something on your plate that you're like, I don't really like this, but I gotta eat it. Like, get the fuck out of here. But you assholes and your cranberry sauce take, I will kill you. Cranberry sauce is fucking glorious.
So
Give me
disgusting.
all those canned ridges right on my plate.
God,
I
that's
got
the
it. I
grossest
know
part
by
of it.
myself.
I want to know how you eat it though. How do you eat the cranberry sauce? You just eat it straight off the plate? Like, what do you put it in with?
Dude,
I
it's
don't
Thanks-
understand
No,
why
no,
there's
here's-
cranberry sauce on
Because
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, man, you just grab that fork and you just scoop it across the plate and you grab everything. Like the meatball thing, that makes sense because
So what you're
pretty
saying?
much make I pretty much
Alright.
make a meatball in my mouth. Jokes. By taking my fork and
Cheryl.
just running it across. Like, you got to just get all
So
of it.
you throw the
Like,
cranberry in with the turkey, the gravy, the mashed potatoes,
Dude,
the stuffing, the corn.
my fork
you
just goes
get in
bam,
there.
bam, 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 bam. I just go round the horn and then shove it in my mouth. Everything gets gone in there. So cranberry sauce included. But I'll tell you
Well-
what, there isn't anything on my plate that I'm like, well, this sucks.
That's fair.
I will say
That's
I
a
love
fair
when you
point.
shove things in your mouth.
Fair.
Also, I'm gonna do this year. For you, Scott. The way you explained it, it makes all the sense in the world because you throw a little tart, a little sweet in there with that mashup. Because that's what I usually do. And here's the thing, my family don't. Well, no, they do know this about me, but I usually ditch the spoon and the fork, and I'll go in the kitchen and get like that big ass serving spoon. That silver one.
Yeah.
'Cause then you can kind of do all that mashup. there,
Hell
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Then
Drew's
you get
using the
taters,
ladle
the
to
mac and
eat.
cheese.
Look, and
yeah.
Javi's trying to talk shit in the chat about my wife making me eat cranberry sauce. My wife don't even like cranberry sauce. I demand that there be cranberry sauce in this house,
But
son.
the cranberry sauce is thrown with the mashup of everything else.
Sorry, Matt Barr just texted me a picture.
Scott, you got 10 minutes, right?
Matt,
no.
Oh, no,
Matt
it's
Barr,
actually it's 20.
Matt Barr just texted me a picture
sure
of
about
him flipping off the stream. That's how upset he is that we're talking shit about this take. All right, let's move on. Let's get to our last. I think this is our last hot take. Let me verify real quick here. Yep, this is our last hot take. This one,
We talked about how hot my shirt is.
it's a very spicy
It's
shirt.
beautiful.
I don't know who that team is.
I hate all of you.
All right, here we go. Here's the last hot take for you on the Hot Takes Barbecue. This one comes from @Zach_back7. He says, hot take, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is lazy and not good. They use the same tired floats every year. The most original parts are the musical performances. The parade itself should feature new, exciting floats every year. Whew. Scott, how you feeling about this take from @ZachBack7?
I mean, I guess it's spicy, but I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna one up him. All parades are fucking garbage. All of them. Like, I don't like the parade. Like, watching like fucking floating balloons and people playing trumpets and shit. Like, it's never been my thing. Parades do absolutely nothing for me. The Finley Day Parade, the Finley Market Parade for opening day for the Reg, I think it's trash. Like, all parades can kick rocks. How about that?
Wow,
How's that for
you're
a
going
spicy
you're sticking your flag in the anti-parade
Yeah, I just they don't do anything for me. Parades are lame, man.
I don't think they're meant for you. I think they're meant for kids. Like that's what we're missing here on this hot take. It's not meant for me. It's not meant for you. It's meant for our kids. Okay, but I'm saying
even when I was a kid, I didn't get anything out of parades. Like
I just thought they were
sucked,
stupid, man.
Wow.
They were always dumb.
Wow. And I think it's even worse watching a parade on TV.
Who hurt you guys as kids? Well, that's fine. Watching a parade on TV is fine, but going to a parade and like them throwing candy and getting hit in the face with the Tootsie Roll? Come on, bro. You got to walk out
with a Tootsie Roll. I got you. I'll hit you in the face with a Tootsie Roll right now.
Both of you at the same time. That was amazing.
Scott, I'm done. I'm done with him. This is you. I'm done with him.
That was amazing.
No, I'm done with you. Don't think you're sliding. You ain't on the same team because you messed up.
Hang on. I just want to go back to this.
We're on the same team with this parade bullshit.
I want to go back to this dude's take for a second. I want to go back to this dude's take. He's talking about the floats. First of all, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, I guess there's a couple floats, but it's mostly gigantic balloons. Like, he thinks we're just going to get new balloons every single year. Those things are fucking a city block long. You think they're going to pay for that one time and be like, well, see you later. That one's done now. No, this is, of course, there's repeat shit every year in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
No, they should just cancel all this fucking shit, make those things into bounce houses, and actually do something positive with the textiles. No one gives a fuck about a parade. No one cares about you marching down Fifth Street or whatever. This shit's dumb. All those people are dead. Like, get over it.
Well, I'll tell you what,
you're going to be bankrupt in 2 years. Just get out of here with that.
I would never live in garbage-ass New York, but if I was paying high-ass
I can't wait till
rent,
Underdog gets shot down by the U.S. Air Force.
If I was paying high-ass rent to live in one of those high-rise apartments and a balloon came floating by my shit to block my view, then fuck all that noise. I don't even care if it's just one day a year. Get that out of my house.
And that's when you take advantage of the New York lax gun laws and just put a hole in that motherfucker's face.
I go DC sniper on it. They wouldn't even know.
You'd really have to get a scope out. I mean, it's like really big sky.
Oh no, I wouldn't go. I mean,
I feel like you could just reach out the window and you can just reach out the window with a pin or something. Like there's a lot that you could do. First of all, if you guys aren't watching, like, this year is going to be different, obviously, because it's virtual. But the best part about that parade...
No, it's not going to be different. I've ever watched that fucking thing. It's a waste of fucking time.
No, it's amazing when there is, like, a ton of wind and you have, like, little old ladies trying to hold down the balloon and keep from floating away. Oh, it's amazing comedy.
That's fun.
It's great. Fun. Like, I pray for windy Thanksgivings every year just to watch people struggle to hold down the balloons.
Why are we screwing this up and not seizing the opportunity? Wipeout just had a really bad situation where one of their contestants died.
Yeah.
Because their course was too bad, right? How are we missing the opportunity, ABC? What up? Take Wipeout, combine it with the Macy's Day Parade, and make parades something worth watching again, man. Imagine having to hold Underdog the balloon while you're hopping over those like full blown like spear things or something. You know what I mean? Or even American Gladiator it, right?
That would be pretty solid.
Yeah, you could have Iceberg shooting Nerf darts at you as you're trying to you play the whatever the fuck the bands play. What do they play? Music, instruments, probably.
Okay, Drew has been drinking. Biscuit said,
I told you this is gonna be the blackout episode.
Biscuit said he's marched in parades. Parades are terrible. Only two he will go to are both the Pride parades, Gay Pride and Puerto Rican Pride. He's been to both. They both know how to party.
Best tamales ever.
What about, and then Gabe mentioning the Mardi Gras parade? That's got to be a solid parade, right? That's because there's just boobs.
I'm not allowed in New Orleans.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Because I'm married.
Never been there, but my lawyer told me not to go.
Guys, this has been a fun time on Hot Takes Barbecue. If you've got any hot takes...
This might have been the best Hot Takes Barbecue ever.
This was well done. We had some solid...
I learned you assholes are assholes.
We had some real solid hot takes that we were able to find this week. If you've got any hot takes, and also Gabe sent one to us, and I feel bad I didn't see it in time, but there was somebody who tweeted out today that Xavier is like Final Four good. And we got tagged in the tweet, and it was like, hot take. That's a ballsy thing to say after Xavier played Oakland in
Freezer
the
first game. We can do it, man. I believe in Travis Steele. 2020
did you see
will be our
year. How fucking garbage we looked last year, too?
I know.
Dude, look at it this way. We had like the stars aligned to cancel the only shot Dayton ever had at a Final Four. So it only makes sense for us to be in the Final Four the next year.
I'm not going there, man. I'm not doing it.
No,
I'm not tempting the fates. I'm not jinxing it. I'm not shitting on
We
Dayton.
might not even get the 8 wins to qualify for the postseason tournament.
Just like Major League Baseball, I am all in on Xavier basketball this year. I was all in on the Reds last year. I'm all in.
Yeah,
on
look what
Xavier
it did for us. Look what it did for the Reds. Thanks, Drew.
Yeah, they made the playoffs.
Yep, and then immediately got bounced. Thanks, Drew.
Hey,
Appreciate that.
They still made it though.
They did make it. All right,
There were a lot of other teams that didn't.
Let's go.
Hey,
Scott
how
is
you
about
doing,
to be very distracted for the next 10 minutes. He has wait.
Oh, is it going down?
Oh no, I was just really excited that you mentioned the Reds getting bounced because I remember who they got bounced by.
So
fuck
if he
you,
gets distracted,
fuck you, man, you bastard.
can we just do a one shot on him from like what is it, 8:58 to like 9:04?
He's center screen.
Please.
He's center of the screen. Everybody is gonna see it. Like
I mean, that's all anyone cares about is can Scott get himself a PS5?
We are gonna
The
Also,
grown
what's
man.
Cheryl doing? Because she should be on the line.
Hey, you
should
wanna
we
see
all be
the-
trying to get a PS5? Because then Scott
No,
can
you
just-
motherfuckers! Because
No,
I'm trying
no.
to.
No, Scott, what I'm saying is if I get one, I'll give it to you. For the money, obviously, but like
Yeah, no, just let me do this. Like, let me be.
so it's not like a
me.
ticket thing. Like
Like
Ticketmaster, you want as many people possible.
One way or another, you're gonna see a grown man cry. That's all I can say. Stay tuned.
This is exciting.
I'm very excited. Also, Scott's video just froze. I have no idea what happened, but his video just froze. So I think he, I don't know what he's done here. Oh man.
So is this a good time for me to go pee or should I wait?
No, Scott,
My video
seriously.
froze?
Yes, your
Son of a
video is
bitch.
frozen, man. Oh goodness gracious, Scott. All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna switch switch.
Are we
screens.
sticking to sports now?
There he is. He's
or-
back. He's
I'm back.
back.
I'm back.
All right, he's back.
Hey, there he is.
Whew, that was not
That's
good.
a
everything.
bad frozen. Jesus.
Yeah,
Are
it
we gonna
was-
talk about our
it was
picks
a-
though? Because our picks have been fire lately, boys.
Yeah, you guys had a great weekend this past weekend. You guys want to do picks? We could do picks right now.
No, I'm
let me.
not talking about picks.
Oh,
I gotta update
oh
the.
yeah, Scott. Sorry.
Fuck Ohio State yet again.
Scott is so mad about the picks.
Oh, I lost my pick.
Yes,
Shit.
you. Drew didn't
We
even-
just now found out live on the air that he lost
Yeah.
his pick.
Well, because I won a bunch of other money on Top Bet because I was just throwing shit out on Saturday. It was awesome.
Wait a second. Drew said we've been on fire. Oh wait, I lost my pick. He had no idea that he lost. All right, let's do
I
it.
have a really hard time remembering what I do on the show and
Let's-
then like what I did.
Let's do these
otherwise.
picks real quick. This will be a quick thing. So Scott and Drew both lost. Scott had
Damn.
Indiana at Ohio State. Ohio State was giving 20.5 and clearly did not. They let Indiana back in that game. Drew had the Jets and the Chargers. Chargers minus 8.5. And the Chargers were not able to cover that against the Jets.
That was hungover. I didn't see that game at all.
The only win this week was me. Oklahoma State at Oklahoma. I took Oklahoma to win by 7. That was a win. That was
So
Oklahoma
I'm back to playing this season.
ran away
under
with
protest,
that.
but okay.
No, you can't protest. We gave you the opportunity to get out of that.
No, I'm
You
still
all you
pro-
had
I'm
to do
still
was win
protesting.
that game. All you had to do was win that game, and the loss that Schubert picked for you would have been erased. But no, I was giving you 2 wins for
Fuck
1.
Ohio State. Fuck the Big
Yeah,
Ten.
you blew it. You
Bullshit.
blew it. So
I
Scott,
won hey, if it makes you feel any better, Scott, I won a lot of money on that game.
Scott,
Cool. I feel so much better.
Javi commenting that the mustache gets him every time in your picture. Scott 3-7-1, way down in the basement. Drew 5-6-1, drops under 500, and I am holding firm
Oh,
at
see, this is some
8-3-1.
fucking bullshit though, because as I'm looking at this, my Xavier Bat tells me I've picked more games than your bitch ass. So like, I'm going out there on a limb more often than you are. If you actually pick the same amount of games, you might also have 6
Hang on.
losses.
What's 5 plus 6 plus 1, Drew?
Whatever I want it to be.
12. What's 8 plus 3 plus 1? 12.
No
The
comment,
only
no
one
comment.
the only one who is 1 game less is Scott because he had a COVID matchup.
Which is why I'm protesting. There's an asterisk
damn.
next to this,
Yeah.
You're
this whole
really
season.
3 whole games ahead of me? How the hell
Yes,
is that possible?
because you're
This is
making
the year of the
terrible
asterisk.
picks. That's why, Drew.
You know what? That would make a lot of sense, Scott. That is why the Ginger would be winning now, right? The year asterisk.
Yep.
All right, here we
Yeah.
go. This week we are doing the Thanksgiving slate of games, even though one of them isn't on Thanksgiving anymore. So, Scott, you're in the basement. Pick a number 1, 2, or 3.
3.
3, you get the prime time Sunday afternoon 1:15 game, Baltimore at Pittsburgh.
Steelers.
Yeah, Steelers are -4.5. You can take the Steelers.
Don't care, Steelers.
I think that's a great pick, Scott. I think you're finally going to get back on the board into the win column with that one.
Can't wait till they win by 3.
They're so mad that got delayed, too. They're like, this is bullshit. Like, you're getting 3 extra days. What are you talking about? I think it's just because they want to play the Ravens without their 2 starting running backs. I think that's where they're feeling. Drew, 1 or 2?
Wait, I'm going to go number 1, but when is the Baltimore game?
It got moved to Sunday.
It got moved to
Sunday at 1:15.
Sunday, so would that be the 29th, right?
Yeah, it might not be on the board just yet because they may end up canceling it because COVID.
All right, so I guess we'll just kind of loop back around on that one or whatever. All right,
Which one did you take,
I'm
Drew?
going to go number 1.
Number
which is
1.
where Notre Dame should be this week in the CFP rankings, but whatever.
Drew, you have Houston -2.5 at Detroit. Both garbage teams playing on Thanksgiving because Detroit has to play on Thanksgiving. But, man, we have such a shitty Thanksgiving lineup now this year.
It really is.
It's
Thank you,
terrible.
William Ford.
So who you got in that one, Drew? Houston or Detroit?
Look, I'm going to just be honest here. I'm going to hammer that game like it's a Super Bowl prop bet-wise because it's going to pay off real well. Thanksgiving games are super predictable. The Lions usually lose by like a touchdown, and so by the fact that they're only, what'd you say,
2.5
point
They're
dogs?
2.5 point
3.
dogs. Yeah, I got it at 2.5.
2.5. All right, 3-point dogs. Yeah, they'll cover that. It'll be a low game. If nothing else, I'm actually expecting a push at 17-14 for the Texans. So I'll take the Motor City Lions on this one.
Okay, so you just said you expect 17-14 Texans. I'm giving you a 2.5 point line, and you're picking the Lions. This is why you lose, Drew. This is why you're 5-6-1. You just said Houston
man
would.
this show.
Yeah, well, because I'm getting them at 3. So the expectation is they lose by 3.
Like, clearly, I suck at picking against the spread, but I never get the games you get.
Drew, if you think Houston is going to win 17-14, why are you picking Detroit? You will lose the game.
Because on Bovada, that's a push.
But that's not. We're not talking
We're
Bovada.
not talking about fucking Bovada.
It's 2.5 points. 2.5 points is the spread. Who are
Look
you
how
taking?
red Mike is.
I'm very red because you're frustrating the fuck out of me right now.
That's the best part.
I know you said
really,
it. It's too late.
He's really fucking up this reverse area.
It's too late. Yeah,
there's no red cookie.
It is
That's
too
probably
late.
what it
You have
is,
taken Detroit. I can't wait for Houston to win by 3 now and you to lose and be confused next week when you're like, how did I
But the
lose?
money's still there, so.
But the best is he won't find out.
No.
You know what?
No. I changed my
late.
pick.
No.
I'm taking the Texans. No, I'm taking the Texans because when I talked to you out of your pick in the USC game, it paid off.
It did. You're right.
I'm going to learn
Absolutely.
from you, and I'm going to take the Texans, giving 2.5 though.
Exactly.
Now,
2.5.
what if we
Yes.
put Patrick Mahomes on the Lions? What do you?
I
do
would
for
take
that?
the Lions because you never bet against Paddy Mahomes.
Oh yeah, but you had to learn that the hard way twice.
Yeah, but I learned the 3rd time, so good for me, man.
Fair enough.
This is the second time this year that your game isn't on the board. So how do you feel about that, Scott?
It's on the.
It doesn't matter. I'm playing this season under protest. I don't give a
You
shit.
son of a bitch. You're such a dick. All right.
What's to be expected?
That leaves me with Washington at Dallas. Dallas a 3-point favorite in this one. And you know what I'm going to do, guys? I am going to do something that my dad will hate me for.
Oh, God.
I am
Don't do it! Don't do it!
I am riding with the red rifle, baby. Andy Dalton gonna cover this spread. Andy Dalton gonna cover this spread. I'm taking Dallas to cover the 3-point spread on this one. Only because I watched Washington. They did not look that great against the Bengals. Like I just saw them play against the Bengals. They didn't look great. If Joe Burrow stayed in that game, the Bengals would have beaten Washington. Granted, all of the NFC East is garbage, but I just feel like the red rifle, I think he can do it. I think he can get this one going. Javi saying Dalton, a future 49er. Scott, how do you feel about that one?
What?
That is a hot take right there.
All right, so let's recap our picks for Drew, since he doesn't even know what he's picking as he picks it.
Nope, I changed it. Texans -2.5. I'm taking them.
All right, Drew has Houston -2.5 at Detroit. I am taking Dallas -3 against the football team. And Scott going Pittsburgh -4.5 against Baltimore if that game gets played. So there you go. Those are our picks for this week.
I just want the other Harbaugh brother to get into a fight again. He's out here trying to box everybody. I thought we had the crazy Harbaugh. It turns out his brother is just as crazy.
Yeah, they're both real bad.
They're both psychos, man. Scott, you have 1 minute to go. Do you want me to
Dude,
like...
don't even just keep the show moving.
Okay, we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going. Let's do some
Don't
roasting.
talk about the no-hitter, damn it.
Let's do some roasting. So this is a new segment we're going to do. There's some stories that came up this week that we feel deserve to be roasted. These are things that happened that should not have happened or don't deserve to happen. So let's get into some boom roasted. I wanted to have a drop, but I don't have the drop of Michael Scott saying boom roasted from The Office.
Need the drop. I gotta pee. I'll be back.
Okay, Drew's just going. And Scott's trying to get a PS5. I'm doing the goddamn show by myself. Fine.
Oh, this
fine.
is great.
All right,
this
go, Scott. It's 9
podcasting.
o'clock. It's 9 o'clock. Go.
I know. I'm trying.
Hit refresh. Hit refresh. All right, here we go. So I'll start off. I'll try to vamp for this segment since Drew just decided to just fucking leave mid-show. All right, so this week the rules came out for the Tyson Roy Jones Jr. fight. And I feel terrible for anybody who already purchased this fight. So here's a couple of the rules that were announced. There will be no knockouts. They're saying this is sparring at best. They're basically saying it's an exhibition. Somebody came out and was like, listen, lower your expectations. It's a sparring match. There's going to be no knockouts. That's a rule. No knockouts. If someone gets a cut, the fight is over. As soon as somebody's cut, it's done. You don't get to see somebody come out with like the iron and press it on the guy's face and try to get the cut down and rub the petroleum jelly all over his eye. All of that is out. There's also going to be no official winner. They aren't even naming a winner. There won't be judges at ringside. They said they may have celebrity judges like hanging out, doing something virtually, but there will be no official winner. And at the end of the fight, both guys are receiving a belt from the WBC. So what is happening with this fight? I don't understand.
What is the point? What is the purpose, too?
I'll tell you what the point and the purpose is: to fleece
I just like how
dummies.
they waited till the last minute to announce.
Well, that's because nobody would have bought
What are you
it.
talking about? Why
Nobody
are you
would have bought
talking?
it.
Did you get it?
He's refreshing.
Okay.
He's continuing.
But I'm
to
not
refresh.
supposed to.
He's
right?
pressing checkout over and over again. I could see the shoulder moving.
You see it in his eyes.
Yeah.
No, but seriously though, Mike, I saw that this week too, and I was like, well. So basically, they're sparring in a gym, but there's TV cameras.
They're sparring without headgear. But since a cut would end the fight, it's basically just going to be body shots. Like, what are we doing?
Weird.
This is weird. Absolutely stupid.
And that's not either of these guys' game either, right? Like, they weren't body shot fighters.
Tyson was a knockout puncher, but he had some body shots that would just cripple dudes. Like, he would hit somebody in the ribs and they would just collapse. Like, that was absolutely something that he would...
or be dead.
Well, that's because he accidentally hit him in the body. Man, sorry. I wish I had a mask. My dog just shit his ass right now. It's so bad in here. It smells like someone put a rotten egg in a porta potty, and it is just sitting on my face.
Biscuit, wow, God. Matt Barr saying out of stock immediately. Scott, are you seeing this? Is that what you're seeing?
Dude, it's time for Scotty Doesn't Know.
Oh, let's get it. Scotty Doesn't Know. I'm so pumped.
If I could have just lasted 10 more minutes, I could have peed now.
All right,
what in the literal fuck, man? Jesus Christ.
It's like, what, 9:02? 9:02?
Dude, I got the out of stock thing at 9:01. This is the worst of all the drops Walmart has had. Get the fuck out of here.
How has this happened? How is that possible? How many did they have for sale? I don't get it. I don't get this.
Scott, take us through. So you fire up Walmart, you click to buy, and it just says out of stock immediately?
First of all, these motherfuckers have had multiple drops since the release date on the 12th. they've announced them, which is a real shitty thing to do because the internet is full of cocksuckers who have bots. And this is taking me back to the college days when trying to buy tickets for fucking music shows. And you couldn't do it because why? Some asshole had figured out how to make a bot purchase up all the inventory and sell it on the secondhand market. Well, if you announce things, this is what the fuck happens. Walmart, Best Buy, Kohl's. Look, other places have just done drops in the middle of the night. I haven't got them, but at least it's fair. And let me talk about fucking Sony, who pushes out all this inventory, sold it to all the stores, and then is watching as all these assholes with bots circle up all the fucking inventory. You got assholes on the internet taking pictures where they've got a warehouse full of PS5s charging $50,000. My wife saw $50,000 one listed on eBay. Now, generally they're going for $1,500, but what asshole is going to pay that much? And I fucking refuse to reward these sons of bitches who have technology to be able to beat the system. And get this, like, this is fucking egregious. 7 years ago, I logged in to get a PlayStation 4, didn't think two shits about it. Got it day one. I don't even think I had to hit refresh once. Fucking 2020, of course this year with everything else going to shit, I wouldn't get a fucking PS5. And this is one of the last chances I'm gonna have. If I don't have one by Monday, I'll fucking call it a year, because it ain't gonna happen. I guess getting Biden in office was as good as it's gonna get for me this year. Fuck this shit.
Scotty doesn't know. Man.
I love you, Scott. Just know
God,
that.
Scott, I'm sorry, man.
It.
I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry. Who feels more cheated right now? Scott not being able to get a PS5 or the people who have already paid for this Tyson Roy Jones Jr. fight? Because I feel like both of them are equally pissed right about now.
Scott.
It's definitely Scott.
I hate everything.
Also, Gabe is absolutely right. Scott, I could build you a bot. I didn't realize that's what we're up against. Like, I didn't, like, so what, well, whatever. Yeah, no one cares.
All right, let's get into our next roast then, if we're done with that.
And yes, Tabari, he compared getting a PS5 to Biden. They are equally impactful on our lives every day. You know it.
Drew,
it's not true.
This next story is one that we want to talk through because this was one that you brought up earlier. William Sweeney from Clemson is out here still crying. He's still bitching and complaining about the fact that FSU canceled the game with Clemson last Saturday. It is Wednesday. He has another game in like 3 days, and he's still out here bitching about Florida State canceling the game. If you don't know what happened, the game was canceled like an hour or two before kickoff. And the reason why is because somebody from Clemson, it was like a backup lineman, tested positive for COVID. He had traveled with the team. So this dude has COVID, gets on a flying metal cylinder, flies from Clemson to Tallahassee with the entire team, gets off the plane, says he's going to play, and then they're like, whoa, you tested positive. And then Florida State was like, probably a bad idea for us to get this game going because everybody probably has COVID now. So they cancel the game. Bill Sweeney gets furious about it, starts going off about how it's ridiculous that Florida State would do this. They're just using COVID as an excuse. He's saying he's not traveling back to Tallahassee again. If they want to play, they got to come to Clemson now. Just an all-time big douchebag about this one. So, Scott, how do you feel about William Sweeney in this? Where does he rank on the 0 to PS5 scale?
PS5 because he's pissing me off. I defended Dabo over the years, but this is like, I couldn't believe when I was still getting texts 3 days later about him complaining about this fucking game. In the world we live in right now, like, does it really matter? Does playing that game change anything? You've got the best quarterback in the country. Just let it be. I mean, you're going to beat the dog shit out of a team that nobody cares about in a game that doesn't matter. Like, just let it go, dude. It's still in the playoffs. Like, I don't know what he's still talking about. I don't have a PS5. I got real fucking problems out here, Dabo.
Fuck.
Drew, roast Dabo for this shit. Roast Dabo for this.
This motherfucker right here. Like, I cannot stand him any more today than I ever did. And this kind of tone deaf bullshit is exactly the motherfucking reason. This Bible-toting, sun-calling motherfucker clearly doesn't understand what's going on here. Okay?
Sorry, Drew. Let me interrupt you.
What do you want to hop in here about?
Let me interrupt you.
Correct me on something.
Because I think he does understand. I don't think he cares, and I think that's a distinction that needs to be made.
Understand or care? I don't give a shit what it is.
Fair enough. Back it
His
up.
public persona is a situation that's just not acceptable right now, dude. Like, what is to be gained by throwing this shade and being this much of a motherfucking asshole? Like, it's a game. It's a game. At the end of the day, none of it matters. And you know what? Let all those kids test negative. But then you tell me that those kids test negative, and then everyone they came into contact with over the next 2 weeks after that test negative, and they'll be like, yeah, we should have played that college football game that literally meant nothing. William does not understand what reality is. That motherfucker is living in a situation where he's got the manger babies whispering in his ear about what he needs to do to continue to honor his Lord Jesus Christ through football games. Fuck you, William. Fuck you, Clemson. Are you fucking kidding me? And if Tallahassee doesn't have you back, big fucking deal. What are you missing out on? They don't want you there either. So, like, get the fuck out of here. I cannot wait till this dumbass motherfucker gets caught in a brothel. I'm gonna stop there. Actually, I had other things I wanted to say, but for sensitivity reasons and family show reasons, I'm gonna stop there. William, you're gonna get your Rick Pitino moment.
I just love that.
And I'm gonna be sitting here just sipping tea, watching, motherfucker.
Look, let's check the standings real quick. Let's see what the ACC standings are right now, because it is different this year. Basically, you have to be one of the top 2 teams to play in the ACC championship. So there is the chance that not being able to play this game could hurt Clemson down the road. However,
then you know what? Don't lose that game in South Bend, bitch.
However, not even that. It could still hurt them because they could be one of the only ones that don't have 10 games in the conference, and that could impact them, and they end up number 3.
Fucking baby.
Here's my point. The point being, and I'm not trying to justify what Dabo says here, but like, I understand that like there's some monetary gain from his side to play this game. Like his wealth and his livelihood depends on Clemson being able to play that game, being able to win that game, go to the ACC, go to the playoffs, all that bullshit. But what kills me about this guy is that you, like you said, Drew, you pull yourself up as like this holier than thou. I'm a church going man, and then you are willing to risk not just your team, but the other team you're playing, exposing all of them to this virus, all for the chance to get into the ACC championship down the road. Like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck are you doing?
This dumbass motherfucker don't get it if he's worried about one game and his personal wealth. Dick Vitale was a terrible basketball coach. But then he got big-ass motherfucking checks from the 4-letter for decades. It's got nothing to do with what you do on the field. It's got to do with your personal brand, son. And this, let me tell you, doesn't look good. Because even about the people out there who think it's fake, they're like, dude, we're tired of hearing about Florida State. You're about to beat someone else this weekend. Tell us how you're going to beat them.
Who do they even play this weekend? Who does Clemson have this weekend?
Who cares?
Oh, they got Pitt. Yes, they will beat Pitt. Absolutely. They're going to beat Pitt.
Who is probably a better football team than freaking Florida State at this point.
Yeah, I don't understand.
But he's still over here bitching about playing them boys from Tallahassee. Come on. God, William.
All right, let's move on from William, because Drew's got some. Drew, you've got some deep-seated feelings.
I cannot
about Bill.
stand that fool.
You hide it very well, though. You really do. Let's roast some college football rankings, shall we? Since we're talking about William, so the college football rankings came out this week. We've got the first rankings of the year. Alabama comes in at number 1. They're 7-0. Notre Dame at number 2, 8-0. You damn right. Clemson comes in at number 3 at 7-1, and Ohio State at number 4 at 4-0. That's fucking crazy that they played 4 games.
Well, that was a
Fucking
bang 'em out,
garbage, man.
grind 'em game against Indiana.
Yeah,
They
it was.
really showed their class. They showed their mettle. They dug deep.
Scott,
that was a tough one.
How'd that game? Javi's bringing up BYU, so I want to talk about BYU for a second. And this is somebody I want to roast because BYU tweeted out this week: any team, any place, any time. And then Washington, the Pac-12, I don't know if you saw this because of everything that's going on, the Pac-12 decided to lift their restrictions on only in-conference games. They were like, listen, you can go ahead and play an out-of-conference game if you need to fill the schedule. So Washington reached out to BYU and said, okay, how about this date with us? And BYU was like, nah, we're going to pass. Let's see how the playoff rankings shape up first before we commit to that. So after coming out and being like, anytime, any place, anywhere, except against Washington on that week because I don't know, man. I don't know if I really want to play that one. So BYU is kind of on like I want to see a non-power 5 get into the playoffs and sneak into one. But BYU, like I lost all the respect for them. You're an independent. Take any game you can get, man, especially when you're a non-power 5. If any power 5 conference is coming up to you, fucking take that game and play it and win and show that you deserve to be in the playoffs. Otherwise, sit your ass down, enjoy your potential New Year's Six Bowl or the Idaho Bowl, wherever you end up going. Just don't fucking claim that you deserve to be in if you're not willing to take that game.
And I mean, we're down to it. Let's be honest here. It's the CFP. Usually the first ranking feels like it falls late in the season, but this year it's truncated. So I think it falls just basically at midpoint, if not 2/3 in, give or take. Right, because conference games, title games are all supposed to be in about a month, right? At the end of December.
Yeah, about December 19th, I think.
Yeah, so we're down to it here. We've been playing college football for 3 months, give or take, based on schedules, conferences, whatever. And all I know about BYU's exit strategy here is their late game strategy is just as bad as the Branch Davidians, and I'm a little shocked about that.
Javi's saying don't do it. The details came out. I don't know what the details are about why BYU turned down that game. But I still feel like you can't come out and say that and then turn down any game, regardless of the detail. Like you need to take any game. If you're going to come out and say anytime, any place, anywhere, any team, any place, anywhere, like you got to take every game, every chance that comes up. Let's look at some of these other ones. We got 2 SEC teams just outside of the top 4, Texas A&M and Florida. UC sitting at number 7. However, COVID coming in and potentially ruin UC's playoff chances as that game gets canceled this weekend. They now play. Dude, did you realize, Scott, you remember last year when UC, I know you're pissed, man. I'm sorry. Well, the show's almost done. You're so mad.
I'm trying to hide it so well.
I'm trying to find the Wrap It Up box gift so I can play it here because it's just like, we just got to wrap it up.
No, he's so mad.
He's
so mad.
He's
like,
so done.
Scott has been looking at his phone for the last 13 minutes. He's just beside himself with anger. He's despondent. Like you're checked out of the show. I get it. I understand, man. We're almost done. Like
we're almost done. Just get through.
Just game face, man. Game face for like another 13 minutes. Okay. All right. Cool. Thanks. Okay. All right.
Well, and I'm also out of beer. Like I'm real mad right now.
I was gonna say, like, see, when I was, that's why I threw out the Branch Davidians thing because I was like,
I'm gonna eat this puppy chow though. Go ahead.
Oh, puppy chow is the best dessert ever. Oh my God.
Biscuit just said, I believe the government already roasted the Branch Davidians. Holy shit.
Right? Like normally Scott would jump in on something like that. I was hanging Tremont over the water and he was just stone cold Steve Austin ahead.
No, Scott's furious. We can't fall Scott for that.
I'm back. Let's go. Let's do this.
I mean, Puppy Chow brought him back around.
You remember when you remember UC last year when they had to play Memphis 2 weeks in a row? Like they played at the end of the year and then had to go back down to Memphis. The same thing's gonna happen this year. They play Tulsa in a couple weeks after their whole COVID restrictions are done, and then likely the winner of that hosts the AAC championship game.
Good.
So they're gonna play Tulsa.
So garbage.
They're gonna play Tulsa.
Does Tulsa play though? Because I feel like they've skipped a bunch.
Tulsa, I feel like has missed quite a few games. Although they are in the top 25, I think. I think Tulsa made the top 25.
Well, yeah, because they did that overtime touchdown Hail Mary situation.
Tulsa's 5-1, so
Stick
they're
to sports. That's solid analysis.
Yeah, Tulsa's 5-1. They've only missed 2 games. And they've got one this weekend, and then they play UC.
Right, what's
so
UC 7-0?
UC's 8-0.
8-0.
Yeah. All right, but do you think UC or BYU sneaks in? Do you think there's a possibility for them to get into this playoff?
No, because based off those first initial rankings, it's clear that they didn't give a shit. They were like, "Yeah, we're gonna put Ohio State in, even if they came in here with one win." Like,
I mean, I don't know why this is a hard question.
Wisconsin's number 16. They're 2-1 on the year. Like
the rankings, and this is the funny part is this just proves that the whole system is sham. This season proves exactly that. All the time that they've come out with all this shit, it's just been complete bullshit, and they're just gonna do whatever they do. No matter what the records are, they're just going to do whatever they want. They're like, Ohio State brings in money and eyeballs, so fuck it. We're going to put them up.
Exactly, when you look at those top four, that's exactly what it is. It's Alabama, Notre Dame, Clemson, Ohio State.
Care.
Money. Like anybody who doubts that college football playoffs are all about money, this proves it to you right here. Like these top four, they're 4-0. Ohio State is 4-0. They've played 4 fucking games. Now, granted, they look good. I can't deny that Ohio State looks good, but they've also only played Big Ten teams. Like we're playing in a season where you have no idea just how good any of these teams are because they're only
should have won by
conference.
21 against Indiana, and they didn't. So fuck them. That alone should have kept them out of the top 4. Sons of bitches.
And that's why you ride the under. No, that's why you ride the cover, the under. And then the money line, because Indiana, like, honestly, if they, I was going to lose my shit. If they sent that shit into overtime, all the ducats. Come on, you know Ohio State doesn't have the metal to fend off an offense like that.
I couldn't believe that they, I love Scott. By the way, Joe is throwing his arms up at you right now as you're eating into the microphone. He is giving you the Joe stare.
Joe can suck it.
I was going to say, does Joe have a PS5? No? Then fuck him, right?
And not only that, does Joe have a PS5 he's willing to give me?
What the fuck is happening to this show? What is going on? I need like a shot at this point. I can't. It's all the way over.
Let's do shots. Why would we do shots?
I mean, I'll do a shot. If you guys want to do a shot, we can do a shot.
Hey,
like
Cheryl,
I'm in. I'll be right back.
Drew's leaving again. He just fucking bounced.
They just keep walking off the show, man. Jesus Christ.
I can't get to my shot. It's back there. I would have to walk off the show. I need to get to a point where I can give you like a solo view so that I can go get my shots. But you are so despondent. Maybe we should just do 30 seconds of you just chewing angrily into the microphone because you're so mad that you did not get a PS5 tonight.
I'm not even mad about it tonight. I'm mad at the whole process. Like, this whole thing has just been a fucking shit show. From the pre-orders like 3 months ago to now, it's just been a garbage ass nightmare. I shouldn't have to work this hard to give somebody $600. Like, what the fuck?
By the way, Javi pointing out Drew is litty, and while he's not here, let's talk about him because Drew is fucked up. Drew is hammered, and there has been several times where Drew has been drunk in the show. He is the drunkest tonight. This is the drunkest Drew we have seen. I'm worried about him doing this shot.
Well, and it's funny because he's come into so many shows and been like, "Yeah, I've been drinking or I've been doing this," and then you can't really tell, dude. He's fucked up. Dude,
and just wait, because after this, we're going to go to our morning recovery read, and we're going to talk about morning recovery.
Oh, and he's going to ramble
It's going to go
30 minutes.
Yeah, it's going to be a 35 minutes. Wait, here he comes. Here he is. All right, hang on. He's about to plug in his headphones. Yeah, Drew is so fucking ripped right now. Drew, wait, there he is. Drew, what do you got a shot of for us?
Jefferson bourbon.
Damn, you going big time there, homie.
Yeah, well, you know. It's Thanksgiving week.
All right,
it's
Drew.
The bourbon I have the most of. So,
Drew, I'm gonna give you a solo shot so that I can go grab my my booze that's over on the other side of the table. So, tell people about the shot you're about to do, and then do your shot. Everybody is waiting on pins and needles for your shot here.
Oh, so you just want me to bullshit for a couple of minutes? That's
just for a second, not a minute or two, Drew. I just need to go to the other side of the room. Relax. I need to literally just get up and go grab a bottle.
It's no Jameson. It's no Hypnotic, which I still can't believe I can't find that online because I really was trying to find a Secret Santa situation where I could mail you guys Hypnotic.
I'm back, by the way.
You know, that just, yeah. Oh, you've got Fireball.
I did.
Well,
I got some Fireball.
Oh wait, I mean, you guys are doing this. I'll be back. Hold on.
Okay. No, Scott.
What? I thought he yelled at Cheryl. What the fuck is she doing right now?
What a goddamn shit show this is.
Well, I told you I was drinking. I said this should be the blackout show. Because then we'd wake up tomorrow and be like, that was a good show, right? And no one would be able to tell us otherwise. Until someone watched the replay.
It looks like Scott. No, Tabari has already said greatest episode ever. He said this is
Tabari's a nice guy.
two Eric Andres
Are we doing
trying
this
to be
together,
controlled
or
by
did you guys already do it?
No, I haven't done it yet. But even if we
pass
did,
out, I got like another 6-pack or 2 in me before that.
I got
happens.
powdered sugar on my hands,
Piece of
hate in my
shit.
heart, and a bottle of Jameson. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, you ready, boys?
Yeah, let's do this.
all right, fellas, I'm just going straight from the Fireball bottle.
You
So,
classy, bro.
All right, cheers to you, fellas. Happy Thanksgiving, boys. Fuck Bill Sweeney.
all you and all our fans. Appreciate y'all.
I'm thankful for you guys, but Sony can suck a dick.
Oh, fuck me.
Woo!
He said Sony can suck a dick.
Oh, that's all over the computer.
Did you wait? Hang on. You did Jefferson bourbon as a shot and then spit it on your computer?
No.
You did, didn't you?
Jefferson bourbon as a shot.
You did
and
spit it on your
I
computer.
Spewed a little bit
Hey,
of cherry
I
coke
like
on
it.
my
I like
computer.
that
Whoa,
the green Jameson
shooter.
bottle got greened out by green spray.
Wait, hang on, Drew. Did you chase a Jefferson bourbon shot? Is that what
Yeah.
you're telling me? You son of a bitch. What?
What?
How are you going to chase a Jefferson bourbon shot?
Because I was afraid I wasn't man enough to hold it down.
I just chased it with another shot.
That's the way to do
Bill,
it. Like,
Bill saw me. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's the way to
that
do
was a
it.
shot. Oh, well, I'll just take another one.
Well, listen to the two pussies giving kids baths and like having a family and doing dinner time and whatnot.
Whoa!
I've been
whoa,
drinking from like a
whoa.
long time ago.
Hey, Bill
okay?
Sweeney, chill
Just because you
out.
guys have families and other humans that rely on you is not my fault. Assholes.
This is turning into a real Thanksgiving affair.
I was gonna say,
Everybody's
this
This is a
drunk
true
by the
Thanksgiving,
end of
right?
it.
The whole family's yelling at everyone. We hate each other, but we know we
we're
love each other.
pounding
But we'll
Hey.
see each other at Christmas.
Exactly. It's just going to be just as bad. It's a precursor. You get a lot of the negative out now on Thanksgiving, so Christmas is not nearly as bad.
This show goes off the rails a lot. Has it ever gone this off the rails? I blame Sony for this.
There's one.
this is all
there's
Sony's
one
fault.
episode recently where I think we called it "Drew Goes Off the Rails," where Drew went on some major rants. It was also a night.
Yeah, his super drunken take.
Yeah, it was also a night that
Nobody
Drew
knew
had
he
been
was talking
drinking like early on in the day and came in hot.
Yeah, nobody knew what Drew was saying. Like people in the chat, us. That was a good.
It's
time.
funny is I feel like I knew what I was saying. And the best part is usually in the morning after those kind of rants, I wake up in the morning, I feel really bad. And like the show text from you two idiots for like 30 texts deep. And it's like, wow, that show went well. We can throw this 10-second clip out there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't believe that worked out well. And I was like, all right, good. Well, I'm glad the 10 minutes you could edit me out worked out really well.
God bless it, man. What a show. Guys, let's stick to sports real quick because we didn't roast anybody. We just like yelled about things that happened and then Drew
Bill
got,
fucking Sweeney,
there
piece
was
of shit, man.
There was no roasting. Like we were like, let's roast these things. And then we just like said a thing that happened and then we're like,
yeah, well,
this
but
is
see, like
stupid.
roasting is when you actually like the person deep down inside.
That's a good point.
And William can still suck a fat cow's dick. So
By the way, Biscuit, he just said, today is day 2,190 for him without a drink. Congrats to you, Biscuit. That's amazing.
That's
like,
commendable.
all jokes aside, that's fantastic that
hats
you have
off to you,
stayed
sir.
sober that long, man. Congrats on that. He said this show is reminding him why he stopped drinking.
wow. Okay. Biscuit, I was gonna thank you for dealing with us for this long, but I'm glad I was able to help, I guess, is what I was
Bill,
gonna say. But
Bill-
congratulations, dude. That's nothing to be taken lightly, man. That's
That's
hard-ass
awesome. I
grind,
saw Biscuit talking about earlier. He hasn't had a cigarette, hasn't had a drink. Like he's doing some
But-
damn good work.
No, but when was the last time though, Chris? Because I'm gonna call you Chris right now. Chris, when was the last time you had a really good Southern biscuit with just a patty of butter in the middle?
What?
How long has it been since then?
Drew, God damn it, bro.
What the hell does that have to do with
his
anything?
His nickname is Biscuit. He should be having fresh Southern biscuits with. Okay, well, fine. I don't know. I just figured the dude's name is Biscuit. He probably eats a lot of biscuits, which I'm not going to fault a man for because they're fucking delicious. But apparently that's not cool, right?
You are whatever side. You are whatever side on the plate.
He
that
said
you
Monday.
reluctantly eat. I can tell you.
Biscuit said Monday. There you go, Drew. That was the last time he had that.
Thank you, Biscuit. See, I'm sorry. I meant no disrespect.
Also,
whatsoever.
Drew, Bill saying he likes the angry Drew. Drunk Drew, worth a watch. Sober Drew is like white bread. So you just got to get hammered every night. Every Wednesday, you got to get tore up, homie.
Sober Drew is like white bread. Yeah.
Bill also pointing out back in the day, we gotta figure out if we can bring the drunk line back, because that was when the show would get really off the rails. When we would take some calls.
Your sister called in.
When my sister would call in with some racist shit, that was
one of the funniest drunk lines ever.
Can you have your other sister call in and tell us about the breakup?
Nope, not gonna do that. Let's stick to sports. Stick
Oh,
to
so-
sports. God damn it,
you
Drew. Stick to. Drew, you deserve this one after that. You deserve this drop.
Drink responsibly.
God damn it, Drew. Also, Drew, you also deserve this one.
Motherfucker.
What?
You motherfucker, you.
Yep.
So true, dude. I can't believe you went there. Oh.
Guys, did you see the Toronto Raptors are going to start the season in Tampa Bay? The Raptors are going to be the Tampa Bay Raptors. Stick to sports, goddammit. The Tampa Bay Raptors. Is this just them trying to get some Tom Brady shine and get some of that? Because there was like that thing about Brady and championships and vamping to try to change the subject. Is that what this is all
I was
about?
just thinking that it was Toronto trying to take back hockey since Tampa Bay won the Stanley Cup. They're like, fuck you. We'll come down there and play basketball. See how you like that. We'll take your American sport and play it in your backyard. How you like them fucking apples?
I agree.
Good answer. Good answer.
Drew, how you feeling tonight?
Good. Feel real good.
Yeah. Oh, and the worst part is like Norma, like, oh, it's fine. No one's going to see this. And I go over, it's like, fuck, there's still 13 people watching.
I know. I knew I was going to cry tonight on the show, but it was either going to be tears of joy or tears of sadness for the PlayStation. I didn't know it was going to be laughing at Drew.
I am so
Jesus.
sorry, Mike.
Oh
And I got to
my
be honest.
God.
I thought I was going to be apologizing to Scott tonight because I pictured me crying tears of laughter into his open wounds about the PS5.
God.
Guys, let's give a shout out to our friends at More Labs, because clearly we all need a morning recovery tonight. So
This is our last show on Belly Up when they hear about this one.
Belly Up. I just got the hat. I just got the hat. I love it. And like they're gonna be like, give me that fucking hat back.
That's what people have been talking about, the hat all night.
Yeah,
in the chat.
it's my
They're
Belly
gonna
Up
hit us with
sports
the Barry
hat.
Sanders cease and desist.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, listen, guys, we tried it. It didn't work out. Anyways, give a shout out to More Labs. We'll talk about Belly Up here in a second. Morelabs.com. Listen, when you get tore up like Drew does on a Wednesday night, even if it's before a holiday, you need some morning recovery in order to wake up the next morning and function like a goddamn adult. So go to morelabs.com. Their Black Friday sale is on right now. I think you can get 60% off. Go to craftbrewsports.com/hangover, and you still help the show out. You still get 60% off for their Black Friday deal. But if you go to morelabs.com, use the code SPORTS. That helps us out. Get 20% off your order using that code. This week, guys, we were rating our beers on the...
Real quick, though, I know that you can get More Labs easier than a PS5. Fuck you, Sony. Continue.
Yeah.
Yep. This week, we were rating our beers on the console scale from Atari up to PS5s. So, Scott,
Oh, motherfucker.
what were you drinking, and how do you rate it on the console scale?
I was drinking Pistachio Cream Ale by Indeed Brewing Company. And look, I was hesitant about this one because I'm not even a pistachio fan. But then when I went to Untapped and saw less than four cabs, I didn't say, I don't know. Anyway, when I saw less than 4 cabs,
like
I'm
3.5.
yeah, like it was real low. And I'm like, this isn't rating. And then I saw the 5.5 ABV and I thought, oh, God, that's strike 3. Then I took my first sip. This beer's not good. It's a beer. That's it. I don't know if this is what pistachios taste like or what, but like they need to send this one back to formula because it is not good. So whatever your worst, you know what? The shittiest console out there is PS5 because I don't fucking have one. So this one is the PS5 because I can't get one. That's how shitty this beer is.
True. What were you drinking tonight?
I'm so sorry, Scott. I
No,
was
you
drinking.
aren't. Don't lie to me.
I am. I feel your pain, man. I understand how it is as a gamer to want that game so bad and not be able to get it.
It's my white whale.
And I hope beyond hope that you'll get it within the next 2 weeks, because otherwise, yo kids ain't getting no presents for Christmas. I'm pretty sure. I was drinking the Dad Jokes double dry hopped ale, New England style, from BlackStack Brewing up in St. Paul, Minnesota. This shit was amazing. It was delicious. It tasted good. It's an 8.6% brew, but didn't hit that hard.
It hit you that hard.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, it helped that I was already pretty easy and losing my knees, if you will, but it didn't taste boozy, so I would highly recommend it. That's why I'm going to give it the rating of, remember like really way back in the day when grandma gave you those LED games that you would play in the car?
Nope, no one does.
Church?
Mike, what do you got?
Okay, well, then fine.
I know what you're talking about, Drew, and I love those games. The football game was legit.
Exactly.
It was
because
fucking
you could be
great.
like, well, grandma gave it to me, and you could ignore everyone.
Oh, the little handheld
Yes, the
game.
handheld
right.
games.
Well,
yes.
why did you say that instead of calling it LED? Just
Yeah,
a little
nobody-
handheld
The
game.
little hand.
LED. Get the fuck out of
know
here,
what?
Mike. What were
You
you
know what?
drinking?
Scott, I love
was
you,
drinking-
and I hope for the best for you, and I hope by Tuesday you get a PS5.
Thank you.
I
but
love
not
when
sooner.
Drew. I love when Drew gets super pissed and just gets really nice.
I was like, actually, I fear for my life.
You know
Is he
what,
gonna be
Scott?
outside my door
You know what,
today?
Scott? I appreciate your friendship. How about that? You are a
And I
nice
recognize
person.
What I'm mad
Thanksgiving.
about right now is
I-
just very surface level
I
emotion
want-
that has no actual deep seated hate.
I want
So
your
I'm gonna
kids to
process
be
this and
happy.
move on.
I want them to behave themselves, and I want you to enjoy a wonderful time with your family tomorrow.
Oh no, I just hope you have to have any school with them for the next week. Because that to me feels like a bigger win.
I was drinking mysterious radio signals from Launchpad Brewery. All right, so when I first took a sip of this, it seriously tasted like an ashtray. It got good, not great, good. So I would probably rank this one somewhere in the range of like, well, you know what? I'll call it. I'm gonna call it an Xbox 360 because that was the system I had the
that was
longest.
solid, though.
That was one of the only systems I had for a long time, and I liked it a lot, and I had some good times playing the Xbox 360. So that's where I'm gonna rate this one, Xbox 360. It's a good one. It's gonna give me good memories, despite being like, what the fuck is this to start with? Launchpad
It got
Brewery
out
and
there.
Mysterious Radio Signals. This has been Last Call, brought to you by More Labs. Again, morelabs.com. Use the code SPORTS. Get 20% off your entire order. There we go. There's the
I
drop
recently
list.
learned that More Labs is only a one brusher. Their new lemon ginger flavor. Knock that bad boy back. You actually brush your teeth like a normal adult, and you don't have stank ass breath going into bed when she's, feeling twirly.
I still don't have that. By the way, if you guys are looking for gifts, you can head on over to our shop page, craftbrewsports.com/shop. We got all of our silhouette series up there. Dinger Slinger, do that hockey. Nuggets, please. More entertaining than baseball. And if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying your golf shirt. Also, there will be a new shirt that will be dropping as soon as I can get it up there, where you can rep whether or not you think Die Hard is a Christmas movie. And you can wear the shirt. I put it out on our Craft Root Sports Facebook group. There was enough response. I'm like, all right, we'll go ahead and put it up there. So let's go. We'll do that. I'll probably have that up there maybe tomorrow, tonight. I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of drunk.
I'll call dinosaurs anytime you want, bud.
What's happening?
Bill said he wants to keep running the stream until I call dinosaurs, or we can stop recording, and he just wants to hang out till I black out. I hope you have like another 3 hours to spare, Bill.
That would be pretty fantastic to see. I want to give a shout out real quick before we close out the show to Belly Up Sports. I know we were joking, and I am rocking their hat tonight. Belly Up Sports is expanding crazy fast. Like, I am getting messages literally every single day about new people that are being added on as writers and contributors to the site. Go to bellyupsports.com. They have authors that are writing about every topic you can think of. There's going to be tons of content being pumped out there constantly. There are fantastic podcasts on the network. BellyUpSports.com. You can subscribe, rate, and review to all of the podcasts that are
Mike,
on the network.
Mike, real quick before we wrap up the read, and then maybe give us some details about those shows. Can you give us a one shot so we can see the hat? Because people have been asking about it all night long.
Oh yeah, let me go.
They want to see the logo. If you can get it in the one shot there.
Yeah, I could do that. I could do that.
I think they're digging the orange with the white trucker hat style.
Yeah, it was. So they offered this up to anybody at Belly Up. It's part of it, and I decided to go with the orange and the white, and it's got the Belly Up logo as like the little
Belly Up logo. I like it, man.
I'm a big fan of the pig upside down.
There you go. Yeah, look at that.
It's very good stuff.
I wish we could figure out how to not have a 12-second lag on Facebook.
Yeah, that's just Facebook. But thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Mark Zuckerberg.
We really appreciate it. This has been a damn fun show. It's been a drunken good time. And I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. Thank you guys for supporting the show, for chiming in the chat, for sharing it out, helping us out. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at CraftBSports. Shout out to Matt Barr for helping us out on the tweet game. I think we've been putting out some good stuff on Twitter. So go to at CraftBSports and follow us there. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe, rate, and review wherever you get your podcasts. You have no idea how much that helps to throw us a review. Even if your review is like, listen, I love when Drew gets fucked up. 5 stars. That's going to help us immensely. Go do that. Everybody, right now, everybody listening.
Right,
everybody
guys,
listening.
My liver is secondary.
Everybody listening, go to iTunes right now. Give us a 5-star rating with a review. I love when Drew gets fucked up, and let's just pump up those ratings and help us out. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review to all of the podcasts on the Belly Up Sports Network. We are going to be back next week, probably full from turkey. I hope you guys all have a good
no ketchup.
No fucking ketchup. I hope you guys all have a good Thanksgiving.
And all the cranberry sauce,
all the
you
cranberry
sons of bitches.
sauce. There you go. I was just going to say it, Scott.
Fuck your cranberry sauce. This has been a fantastic show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you all next week. Cheers, everybody.
Peace, we out.